WD teaching. Today I am going to explain you about biogeochemical cycle in very easy way. Okay, let's start. What does mean by biogeochemical cycle? Yes, the process of cyclic circulation of essential chemical components through atmosphere, hydrosphere and lithosphere of biosphere. Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur, etc. are known as essential chemical components. These components shows cyclic circulation in the biosphere. We call that process as biogeochemical cycle. The natural environment balance is maintained by this biogeochemical cycle. But today I am going to discuss with you only about carbon cycle and nitrogen cycle. Carbon cycle. Yes. Now I am going to explain this in special way, which is very easy to learn. First, we have to identify what are the form of carbon and where it is in the biosphere. We know in atmosphere, carbon is in as carbon dioxide gas. Plants and animals also contain carbon in their body as organic compounds. In the soil, carbon is as organic matter and humus. In deep lithosphere, carbon contained as fossil fuels. And also in the water bodies, carbon dissolve in water and due to the sedimentation, it forms carbonate rocks. Okay, now we know what are the form of the carbon and where it is in the biosphere. Now let's find how to circulate these components with each other. First, plants release carbon dioxide gas into the atmosphere during their respiration. And plant absorb carbon dioxide from atmosphere to their food producing process called photosynthesis. This process also known as carbon fixation. Animals depend direct or indirect with plants. So, carbon presence in plant transfer to animal through food chains. Animals also release carbon dioxide to the atmosphere during their respiration. After death of plants and animals, the organic matter add into the soil, we call it as a humus. Decomposers like bacteria, fungi release carbon dioxide from humus by decomposition of organic matter. When remaining, plants and dead animals and carbon convert into fossil fuels. This process needs millions of years with high pressure and high temperature. This process known as fossilization. These fossil fuels release its carbon into the atmosphere as carbon dioxide during combustion. During the raining, atmospheric carbon dioxide can be dissolved in water and add to the water bodies. After sedimentation, it forms carbonate rocks. And again it dissolves in and forms carbonic solution and release carbon. now, here we have the complete carbon cycle. Likewise, first of all, by recognizing the places and forms that carbon reveal in biosphere and the way of their circulation with each other, we can easily remember this cycle. Okay, now let's learn nitrogen cycle like we learned previous one. Nitrogen cycle. In atmospheric, nitrogen is in as nitrogen gas. Plants and animals also contain nitrogen in their bodies. In soil, dead remains of plants and animals and excretory products contain with nitrogen. And also ammonium ion NH4+, nitrite ion NO2- and nitrate ion NO3- present in soil. Now, let's find how to circulate these components through the biosphere. I am going to start this circulation from plants first. We know plants absorb nitrogen from soil, and that nitrogen transferred to animals through food chain. After death of plants, animals, their excretory products add to the soil and which are converted into the ammonium ion by decomposition. This process is known as ammonification. Then ammonium ion convert into nitrite and further nitrate. This conversion is called nitrification. This process is conducted by microorganisms known as nitrifying bacteria. Nitrosomonas and Nitrobacter are the examples for nitrifying bacteria. Nitrosomonas helps to convert ammonium ion to nitrite, and Nitrobacter converts nitrite into nitrate. Soil nitrate released as atmospheric nitrogen gas by microorganisms. This process is called denitrification, which is conducted by denitrifying bacteria. Thiobacillus, Pseudomonas are example for that. We know nitrogen gas is inactive gas. So, it isn't react with other compounds in normal condition. Therefore, atmospheric nitrogen take as useful compound called fixation of atmospheric nitrogen. There are three ways of nitrogen fixation. The first one is biological fixation. Microorganisms help to this fixation. Free living bacteria in soil, Acetobacter, and symbiotic bacteria like Rhizobium live inside root nodules of leguminous plant that convert atmospheric nitrogen into ammonium ion. The second way is atmospheric fixation. During lightning, atmospheric nitrogen is converted into nitric oxide and nitrogen dioxide. That means it forms nitrite and nitrate ion in soil. The third way is industrial fixation. Atmospheric nitrogen converts to nitrate during industrial production of chemical fertilizers, which are added to the soil, and again these ions are absorbed by plants and circulate nitrogen as a cyclic continuously. I hope you got clear and deep knowledge about carbon and nitrogen cycles from this video. Let's meet again